Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for another unboxing, and today I've got something I've been waiting a long time to do, finally find, and that is the DC Multiverse by McFarlane Batman Beyond Terry McGinnis Batman figure. Oh boy, let me tell you about this damn thing. So I've been trying to find this for a while. I know a lot of people pre-ordered theirs and got theirs about 2 or 3 months ago. I've got a good buddy of mine who's a local collector. He pre-ordered his from our website and got it, no problems. However, me, because I love the thrill of the hunt, said, I'll find it local, I'll find it retail, I'll hunt it out, because one of the best parts about, collecting, and for me personally, is the thrill of the hunt. If you are a hunter, if you enjoy trying to find things in the wild, you know exactly what I mean. So, upon venturing out a few nights ago, I was fortunate enough to stumble across it, and it was figure fate if I've ever seen it. I literally walked into a GameStop, an employee was putting stuff onto the rack, and he was spinning it around, and as he was spinning it around, this thing fell off and tumbled over the floor almost in front of my feet as I was walking towards the display. And it was just the craziest thing ever, and I thought, wow. The box is not great on it, obviously, since it dropped and fell. There's some dings on the corners and such, which is fine. You know me, I'm going to let this bad boy breathe because this sucker needs to go in the shelf with the rest of that DC Multiverse McFarlane fam. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the box first. So first, a little up-close shot of the figure in the package. I think this looks awesome. In box, this is going to be a great figure if you're just going to display it. I think it's incredible. However, this is one I definitely want to unbox and put on display. Right there on the side, it says Batman Beyond. Make sure I'm holding it up right. Dirt. On the back, McFarlane did us right by making sure they put an action shot of the actual damn figure, not just a, hey, here's a picture from a comic book. I know that there's something else I actually saw recently that was a more recent McFarlane figure that they didn't use the action shot of the figure on. I was a little disappointed about. I think it was the Justice League stuff. Didn't have. They just had a picture from the studio shots from the Justice League movie for the Superman we did the unboxing for. So that was a little disappointing. But yeah, this one's got the action shot of the figure. So very cool. Really like that. No blurbs, anything like that. So let's go ahead and open it up. And man, I don't know how many of you are fans of the Batman Beyond franchise. But I always thought it was a pretty underrated cartoon. I really enjoyed it growing up. Because believe it or not, I mean, I was still fairly young when it came out. I'm that old. But, I really enjoyed it. And also, I think my biggest thing with this particular version of Batman is I really love the aesthetic of it. The colors really pop. I love that black on red. It's really cool. That Hellbat, the first version of Hellbat that McFarlane put out, the black and red, really was very reminiscent of this design. So I'm very high on it. So being able to get this in actual figure form is really exciting, just because I'm such a fan of the look of that version of Batman. Let's go ahead and set those to the side. This one does come with one of those sweet-ass flight bases that I've grown to absolutely adore. These things are outstanding. And really, when you consider that the price point for the NECA flight stands are roughly about $10, if you're getting this with your figure, it's even more of a bonus buy. This one, like I said, I had to get it at GameStop, so of course it was the low price of $24.99. So a little higher than your normal like Walmart retail or even Target, because even Target only charges about $20. Some Walmarts, depending on which one you go to, you can get a lot of the McFarlane stuff for about $15. Unless you find it in the electronics section, then for some reason, I'm not sure why, but the ones that they put in electronics, if they ever have them there, are usually marked for $20. It's kind of odd because when I got my Deathstroke, I had to get it from electronics, and yeah, they had it marked up for $20 rather than the $15 that literally the other 12 McFarlane figures that they had on the shelf at the time were marked for over in the toy aisle. So that's a little bit of a head scratcher. Boy, that was a little tough to get out of the package. I am super sorry. You're probably like, wow, that is loud. And if you're an ASMR kind of person, that was probably absolutely miserable for you. So super sorry about that. So this one has an extra set of hands. So that's kind of cool. Interchangeable hands, much like the Bizarro did. So that's very nice. I'm really into that. The little flame effects are strapped down inside the package, which is a nice little touch. And they look like they're going to be very easily attached, probably the bottom of the feet through little peg holes, so that's very cool. Let's go ahead and get all this packaging crap out of the way, and let's go ahead and get looking at the figure. I can tell you right away, had a package in hand, this thing looks great. The hands, the claws. So first, let's look at those, because that's probably the thing I'm like right away impressed with, is how the hands look and the claws on it. So if you look, I mean, fingers are out, claws are popping, lots of solid detail to it. The face looks great. The paint on this thing is extremely clean. All the detail on the gauntlets, the little hooks there, very well done. Utility belt, paint on it's clean as hell too. It's got that super, super sweet toe articulation that you know that your boy loves. And of course, solid ankle articulation. Look how solid that ankle articulation is. I mean, holy hell! Like, come on, man, that's awesome. And the joints are tight, so I don't think there'll be any issues with it being able to be posed however I want it to. Double jointed knees. First, get that first joint and the second joint. The second joint's a little hard to get moving, but that's fine. I don't want them too loose. Same on the second one there, so that's good. Feels good and tight. So well done on that. Hip joints move very well. You actually feel the clicks as it's going through the socket, so that's very nice. Torso, there's some flexibility there as well, which works out. And it's reasonably tight, which is good. That means when you're posing it up like on this thing, you're not going to have a lot of issues with just kind of slumping over because it's not being able to support the weight due to the torso joint being too loose. So that's very nice. Shoulders, good. You can also, again, you can feel the clicks in it as you're turning it, so that's nice. Let's go check out these wings. I can get it spread out here. Yeah, that's good. I like that. That's very cool. It looks like there's some rectangular holes in the back of the wings, though. I kind of need to figure out what's going on with those. Oh, wait a second. Guys, your boy's stupid. Okay, so if you look here on the arms, there is a peg right there on the gauntlet. And that's actually going to fit in perfectly into the wing. Or hypothetically, it's supposed to fit in perfectly to the wing. Let's see if I can get that fitted in there. See how that looks. Oh, wow. That actually fits very nicely. Let's turn his triceps a little bit there, make it maybe fit a little bit better. Yeah, there we go. Look at all those pegs fit right there in those holes perfectly. Like, no issues. That is great. Holy cow. That looks wonderful. Really like that. That's a very nice aesthetic. Let's see if we can pose them down a little bit. Make it look more like a glider. Yeah, okay, look at that. That looks awesome. Took a little hint from the action shot there on the card. May as well, right? Oh, hey, speaking of the card, there's the back in case you want to pause it, read the blurb on the back. More than welcome to. All right, so, wow, yeah, man, that looks awesome. They bang up job. And I can imagine how much, and it sounds ridiculous, but how much engineering they probably had to have put into that to make sure that those holes were dead on to match up with those arms, because I mean, you never can tell what's going to go wrong when it comes to molding things like that, because, you know, plastics can tend to flex and shrink and adjust based on temperature adjustments, things like that. So that's very cool. They're actually able to match up like that without any issues. I mean, they fit perfectly. Batarang is actually really cool. It's thick, so that's nice. It's not just like paper thin. Like, it's got a little bit of girth to it. Actually fits in the hand pretty well, even though I think I'd probably swap out the hands for one of these normal ones and put it in. Holds pretty nicely. That's very cool. Now let's go ahead and strap these rockets on. See how those look. Oh man, these are really cool. I'm a big fan of these rocket effects on these boots. Look at that, man. That looks insane. That is very, very well done. I mean, you can even like kind of push them together and just really give even more oomph to that rocket effect. See if we can get him on this flight stand without either breaking him or the flight stand. I mean, I don't think it'll break, because man, this thing, like in hand, this thing feels very high quality. They did such a good job on this one. Like I have got absolutely no complaints from a quality standpoint. This thing's beautiful. I mean, really, not even like a quality standpoint, but just a standpoint of how well it's put together, and the paint, the design of it. I mean, it's just, I mean, look at that on the stand. Boom. Make it look like he's kind of flying back, like he's dodging something. I mean, that's awesome. Only downside that I can say that I noticed is that because of the rocket effects, the base isn't quite high enough to hold him straight up. I mean, I guess maybe if you adjusted the grip on the stand a little bit and put it around his belt, you could do that. However, I was trying to get it around his waist as to not obscure the belt. But either way, that looks awesome as well. So, yeah, man, that looks really good. That's very clean. Look at that, guys. Top to bottom, clean as hell. Stand fits on it wonderfully. Man, that is a flipping badass job on that Batman, guys. Look at that. Highly recommend. If you have not picked this up, or if you're maybe just kind of in the in the dark or in the weeds on Batman Beyond, I mean, hell, educate yourself. I'm sure there's plenty of Batman Beyond stuff you can find even on YouTube. It's a fun show. It's an interesting concept. The overall design of the Terry McGinnis Batman Beyond is a very, very cool design for Batman. So this is a addition to the McFarlane fam. I am more than happy to add in here. So guys, I think that's going to do it for today. Remember to like, share, subscribe. We are still on our way to that 100 subscriber mark. I know that sounds ridiculous. You're thinking, why 100? What's the big deal about that? Look, this is all new. So just trying to make my way through things and spread the word, spread the love. Show people that there's a lot of fun to collecting, and that you don't have to either be rich or have great connections to get things. You can always hunt for them, find them. You just got to put the work in, and sometimes you just got to do some research and find your stuff, and you can get great deals. But anyways, that's going to do it for me. Remember to also follow me over at Instagram at Collecting Raj as well for more pictures of things after unboxings, as well as some items I plan on just not doing videos for. Well, now that I've gotten that mouthful out, thank you guys for the love. Thank you guys for the support. And you guys have yourselves a great weekend.